Your kid's health depends directly on how good your bullshit filter is. In my near 20 years of coaching in the health and fitness world, I think that is now more important than ever. In this video, I'm going to help you build one. Today's internet and social media is absolutely full of people making bold health and fitness claims with miracle products and gurus with a hell of a lot more confidence than competence. Now, if you're a health conscious parent, I can guarantee that your social media feeds and the podcast you listen to is likely full of specialists in certain areas that break down heavy scientific subjects, simplify it for us to learn about and apply. But what happens when the information is oversimplified? It loses its nuance, or it's just straight up misconstrued to benefit the person that is conveying the message to us. And if we're taking this advice and applying it to ourselves and our families, how do we know that it's not wasting money, or even worse, straight up damaging for our health? It's really tough. And the simple fact is that most parents do not have the time, or you probably don't want to be searching through PubMed and critiquing scientific literature at 10 o'clock at night when you've finally got a few minutes of silence. But make no bones about it, it is our responsibility to have a great filter to protect our children, because having that filter is just so important for your wallet, for your own health and your family. From before they're even born, your epigenetics, the DNA you pass on, will be affected by your health. So what you grow in your kid is directly affected long before you become a parent. And when they are in this world, you will be the model they will follow. And later in the video, I'll get into 3 simple questions that you can ask that will help you do this in a very practical manner. Now, hype in the fitness world is nothing new. I remember back in the early 2000s that the jitter-inducing pre-workout pumps was all the rage. My personal favorite was NO-Xplode. The only thing that was exploding was your bowels, and anyone that took that will know that if you live too far away from the gym and your drive was a little bit too long, you could find yourself in quite a lot of trouble pretty quick. And after a little while, and potentially a few accidents, I think most of us come to realize that all you actually need for a decent workout is a good night's sleep, a coffee, and some decent music. And this is just a normal learning curve, which you go through when you're learning anything for the first time. The problem is now, with all these different sources of social media, you can't go through that learning curve with everything. And maybe to go through that learning curve might create a lot more damage than just a few spoiled pairs of underwear. And quite frankly, we know that all of these platforms' algorithms reward extremes as opposed to accuracy and nuance. Viral content skews towards confidence and simplicity, but confidence doesn't equal competence. Now, there are a few good people that break through, that try to embrace the nuance and take the time on their platforms to see numerous sides. You know, you do have you guys like Huberman that is incredibly popular now. Yes, he's not right on everything, but he appreciates that these subjects are highly complex and will do his best to keep everything as factual as possible. And that maybe the term charlatan is a little bit harsh, because I think a lot of people out there are genuinely trying to do good, but they don't realize that the N of one, them, is a fallacy. Yeah, something worked for you, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for everybody else. What fixed your spine is not going to fix everybody else's, because one guy's miracle could be another guy's placebo. You've just not been around in the industry to have made enough mistakes and understand that to everything there is nuance. So for that reason, this is why this filter I'm going to give you right now focuses on the claims that people or products make, as opposed to the person themselves. I'm not out here to join the tit for tat fitness industry of shitting on each other. I just want to help you be able to navigate it with some simple tools. So here are those 3 quick questions you can feed into your own bullshit filter to hopefully decipher the good from the bad. Number 1, overpromise. Does it guarantee dramatic results quickly? Like getting you bigger or leaner, stronger, or more testosterone in 2 weeks. Number 2, undercite. Do they give real evidence in what they're talking about? So peer-reviewed research, reputable resources, or are they relying on vague ancient wisdom? And if they do cite those resources, do they actually share the links or the IDs with you so you can go look at it yourself? And lastly, number 3, do they oversell? So do they use pushy buying tactics in place of educating you before proving their value? So this could be simple discounts, urgency tactics, or bundles with other products. And to show you how this red flag trifecta might work, I am going to use an example from one of the biggest offenders in the supplement space for men, and that is testosterone support. So I typed it into Amazon, and this is a supplement that was towards the top of the list and is one of the most popular. And having a quick sanity check on the ingredients label, we've got some B vitamins and a sprinkle of zinc, which is fine. I think zinc is great, but a 1 milligram of zinc, you're not going to move the needle unless you're very deficient in testosterone. Citrulline, which is great for a pump, but not much to do with testosterone. Tesnor, which looks like pomegranate peel and cocoa. Sounds lovely, but again, having done a little bit more research on this, the evidence is very early days, and it's not going to get you back into the testosterone levels of your 20s. Tonkat Ali, yes, we know this is one of the buzz supplements within the male vitality blends that are out at the moment, but it's mixed results and the studies are very small. They're very population dependent. Boron occasionally nudges the lab numbers a touch, very inconsistent, and it's definitely not a magic wand. So if we run this through our quick 3-question filter, does it overpromise? Yep, I'd say so it does. It's implying that there's notable testosterone restoration, getting your edge back, things like this, and it's clearly well out of step with the ingredients and or the doses in which it uses. So yes, it overpromises. Next, does it undercite? Well, yeah, I'd say it does. The label shows proprietary blends with no actual labels or citations, while leaning heavily on its clinically studied ingredients and not linking any high quality independent trials to actually go by. So yes, it undercites. And lastly, does it oversell? Well, in my research, I saw web ads leaning on bundles. I saw limited time deals and plenty of endorsements from athletes and or famous people. So yes, it oversells. And look, testosterone boosters can work for certain people, but feeling better doesn't always equal increased testosterone. The placebo effect is a real thing. Now, my purpose of going through that isn't to dunk on a specific brand. It's just to help you spot very simple patterns in people and or products that will show you their true intentions. Because having that filter really matters. It will directly affect your wallet, your health, and your legacy, or your kids. And I really hope that these 3 questions can help you think a little bit more about what you are absorbing and applying into the real world. Please let me know if you found these 3 questions helpful, if there's any others that you would suggest, because in this day and age, I think we all need help bolstering our filter because information is coming at us like a monkey slinging shit. And the fact of the matter is that sometimes the most dangerous scams are not the ones that are the most obvious. They could be the ones with semi-truth and miracle cures. Now, I'll be talking a lot more on this theme in this channel. So if improving your filter and learning to decipher the signal from the noise, I guess, is something you're interested in, please stick around. And if you want fitness myths and evidence tested against the research for free, check out the Coach Dick app link in the description. And I'll see you in the next one.